Hi guys, this is Zodiac Games here. I am back with you for another Commander deck tech. Today we will be looking at Dralnu Lich Lord. Dralnu Lich Lord is a Dimir 3 Legendary Zombie Lord. His ability is, if damage would be dealt to Dralnu, sacrifice that many permanents. So you gotta make sure he doesn't get lightning bolted because you are fucked otherwise. Okay, he also has the ability, tap, target instant or sorcery in your graveyard has flashback until the end of turn. Its flashback cost becomes equal to the mana cost you cost to play it. And he has a 3/3 body. Okay guys, this is Dimir Control Commander at its best. I'm going to stress this now. This unfortunately is not cheap. It does, however, not run any of the dual lands, so that being for this color combination would be Underground Sea. For that reason, this deck is at a price point of 513, but with the dual land, it would be closer to 800, if not 900. However, we still run a lot of the good cards that make up black and blue in Commander. This deck right now is a take an extra turn deck. That is why we refer to it as take an extra turn, mirror. Okay guys, so let's have a quick look at the instances and sorceries. We have Arcane Denial. 1 blue, 1 colors, counter target spell, 4 mana. It's a great card to get back with off flashback, and it's a great counter spell no matter how you play. Bioblight. Target creature and all other creatures named the same name get -3/-3 until the end of the turn. Again, this helps out with token decks, and of course it gives us double recursion with Dralnu. Okay, blue Sun Zenith. This card is a blue X. Target player draws X card, shuffle player into the library. This card is not a recurve with Dralnu, but it is a good card to have because it is Commander and we are playing blue. This can be a way that we can win and also that we can survive not being decked out immediately. So that is a good card otherwise to win. Brainstorm. Need I say more? Cancel. This is not my favorite counterspell, but it is still a good counterspell. Otherwise, I would actually take this out for Disallowed, the card that is coming out in Aether Revolt. It is counter target spell for 3, but if it would be dissolved, it would also counter target triggered or counter target activated ability. We have counter spell. We have Dark Ritual to get you out that extra card advantage that we need. Dissolve, counter target scry 1. Again, a counter spell that will also scry 1. We are not having any soft counter spells in this deck. We are having complete control of the field. We do not want them to potentially counter our counter spell, so we are also doing that in regards as well. We have Doomblade, 1 black, 1 colorless, destroy target non-black creature. Black is, of course, a very heavily prevalent color in the Commander format, but of course we can always find reasons to want to play this card. Hero's Downfall, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Basically, the best kill spell I would say in the game right now for Commander, target creature or planeswalker. This goes specifically in all kind of creature decks. Kill that Commander, kill that planeswalker, kill that planeswalker Commander maybe even. It's just so good. Okay, we have Limb Duel's Vault, 1 blue, 1 black, instant speed. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. As many times as you choose, you may pay 1 life. Put those cards on the bottom of your library in any order, then look at the top 5 cards of your library. Then shuffle your library and put the rest of the last cards you looked at this way on top in any order. So what this card basically does, it sets you up for the next turn. If not, it sets you up for the next couple turns because it lets you go through your deck. It finds you find the best top 5 cards you can possibly find at only a cost of 1 mana. This is a recurring card that we will use with Dralnu. It is a card that we will tutor for if we are going stagnant. It is a card that we will use Dralnu's ability on specifically so we can continue to find the cards that we need. Okay, Murder. Basically the exact same in Doomblade, but without the Planeswalker. Unfortunate. Mystical Tutor. So this is a $20 tutor, unfortunately, but it is search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal that card, shuffle your library, and put that card on top. We of course need this card because guess what? It finds us, guys. That's right. This is a take an extra turn. It finds us our extra turn cards. Rewind, because counter target spell untap 4 lands is never bad. Soul Manipulation, 1 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black instant speed. Either counter target creature spell or return target creature card from your graveyard back to your hand. So this card can both work as a double stand for us. Of course, with Dralnu's effect, we can get access to both of them if we want to, but we can also just straight up counter a spell, or we can return a creature that is in our graveyard back to our hand. Okay, we have Spell Crumple. 2 blue, 1 colors. Counter target spell. Gotta have that hard counter. If that spell would be countered this way, put that card on the bottom of the opponent's library instead. If that opponent's graveyard, put that spell on the bottom of the opponent's library. So, of course, this doesn't really affect us with the commander, but of course it puts to the bottom of the deck any spell that we do not want our opponents to run. Okay, Stifle, kind of like Disallow, but for 1 mana only, counter target activated or triggered ability. It's an auto including blue. I don't see any reason not to run this card. With Dralnu's ability, we're gonna get it off multiple times. Ooh, Time Stop. Okay, 6 mana, 2 blue, 4 colors, instant speed, end the turn. That's right, straight up end the turn. At the beginning of your opponent's upkeep, you can play this card to just straight up end their turn. This could be basically an instant speed, take an extra turn card, but it also has the ability, if you were to end the turn, it can remove the stack. So that means if opponent was to play, for example, a creature spell, not their commander card, however, if you were to play this card in instant speed, it will remove that card from the stack and put it into exile. Of course, if it was commander, it would kill the commander and put it back into the command zone, but they could, of course, just recast it. Okay, Tragic Slip. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Morbid. That creature instead gets -3/-3 for just 1 instant speed. I just like this card a lot. It sees a lot of good reasons to play this card. A lot of creatures will die while playing our commander. If not our commander, if not a lot of other freaking creatures. It's a good card to run. I like it. It's a good card. Okay, Vampiric Tutor. Unfortunately, another expensive tutor. 1 black, search your library for a card, put that card on top of your library, lose 2 life, instant speed for $28. I mean, it finds every single card in the deck that we need. I don't really see any other reason not to run this card. Animate Dead. Okay, so this is the other side of the mirror that we are looking at. We are looking at Reanimate. So the reanimating targets that we have in this deck, which I will cover more extensively in a minute. We have Jin-Gitaxias. We have Ink Eyes. We have Lighthouse Chronologist, Nikana Revenant, Shieldred, and if you want to go that control route, Notion Thief. Okay, we have Black Market for 5. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of your pre-combat phase, add 1 black mana for each charge counter on Black Market. This just gives us that extra mana that we may be starving for. Unfortunately, in the extra turn phase, we could definitely use this to keep going and playing those extra turn spells that we played the turn before. Okay, Cast Through Time. Interesting card. I love it. All instant and sorcery cards you control have rebound. So that means no matter what spell you play, if you play it, it will be played again on the beginning of your upkeep. So if you play, for example, Time Warp, take an extra turn. In your extra turn set, it will be played again. You get 2 extra turn spells for free. And don't forget, with Dralnu's ability, with this card and Time Warp and Dralnu, you can take 3 extra turns consecutively. Crazy. Control Magic. Enchant target creature. You control enchanted creature for 4 enchantment. I mean, it's a good card. It's blue. It takes away threats that we don't want, and it could be a way that we win as well. Let's not forget that. Corrupted Conscience. Basically the exact same thing as the last one, but it gives them Infect. Lol. Leyline of Anticipation. Okay, it's a leyline, so it can come into the battlefield if it is in your opening hand. You may cast non-land cards as though they had flash. Hello. Take an extra turn, instant speed? Yes, please. This goes with Dralnu's effect because, of course, flashback doesn't necessarily give them instant speed flash, but it does mean that we can play that card instantaneous. Crazy. Ristic Studies. Simple card, great card because we like that card draw. And that card advantage, too. Okay, going into artifacts, we have 12 of them. Starting off with Keishan, we are very mana hungry in this deck. We are mana extensive because we have high cost cards. As we can see here, our curve does go all the way from 2 all the way down to 11. Okay, so Keishan, we have Chromatic Lantern. In the instance that we don't get the lens that we need, this will help us out. Dimir Signet, again, mana fixing. Jet Medallion helps us mana fix for black. Lightning Greaves, because, and I'm going to stress this right now, if our commander gets targeted and gets dealt damage, we have to sacrifice that many permanents. We do not want our commander targeted. Holy hell, we do not want our commander targeted. Mask of Avacyn. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 and hexproof. Same thing as Lightning Greaves, but just a little worse. Neurotic Stealth Suit. Again, same thing as Lightning Greaves, but just a little worse. But we can attach it at instant speed, so if they do think they're going to target our commander, we can just say, nope. Okay, Planar Portal. It's a 6 mana, it's a 6 Planar Portal. So it is a 6 mana artifact with the ability of 6 tap, 2 to 4 card in your library and put that card into your hand. This card goes infinite with Beacon of Tomorrows because it is a 7 mana sorcery. Take an extra turn after this one, shuffle Beacon of Library into your library. With that and Planar Portal, we can go infinite because we will just tutor Beacon of Tomorrows back to our hand and over and over and over and over again. This is a heavy mana needing combo, but that is also why we do run Cage Sun and other cards like it. Okay, Sapphire Medallion helps us mana fix for blue. Sensei's Top. Of course, we need Sensei's Top. Unfortunately, it is expensive, but we love it. It is so good. We love it so much. 1 mana. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Then tap, draw a card, put Sensei's back on top. It is mana fixing to the extreme. Soul Ring. Need I say more? Swift Boots. Exact same as Lightning Greaves and all the other cards that we run in addition. Okay, Cryptghast. This is a 4 mana creature card for 2/2. You can extort it whenever you play a spell. Whenever you tap a swamp, add 1 black mana to your mana pool in addition. So this is basically Keishan for black. In a creature. In a stick. Love it. Evil Twin. So this is a copy target creature. You may have Evil Twin in the battlefield as a copy of target creature on the battlefield, except it gains 1 blue, 1 black tap. Destroy target creature with the same name as this creature. So it can both only destroy the creature that comes in as a copy of, and it can become that creature. We love it. Ink Eyes. So, Ink Eyes, it has ninjutsu for 5. Otherwise, we don't really cast this card for its main casting cost. Whenever ninjutsu, so otherwise when it deals combat to your opponent, you can switch it out with a creature and pay the ninjutsu cost, have it hit your opponent when they choose not to block the other creature. You can reanimate another card from your graveyard when it hits your opponent. Also, it has Regenerate for 2. It's a 5/4 body. It's not bad. It's a rat ninja. It's a good reanimator for our big creatures. Gingertaxius. Okay, so Gingertaxius is a 10 mana creature, Praetor, blue legendary. Flash. You can flash this in at the end of your opponent's turn. At the beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards. Yes. At the beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards. Also, each opponent maximum hand size is reduced by 7. So that hand size that they thought that they had, which was 7, is now 0. So you flash this in at the end of their turn, they have to discard their entire hand. We love it. Okay, Lighthouse Chronologist. This is a 2 mana creature human wizard level up. Level up doesn't do anything until you get to level 7. At the beginning of each end step, if it is not your turn, take an extra turn after that one. So basically, it is a 10 mana creature, take an extra turn spell. This card we definitely would also want to protect with cards like Lightning Greaves because number one, we don't want to destroy because it is a heavy menacing, but also we do not God-given, do not want our opponents to get a copy of this card. I was once in a Commander game where I had an opponent take a copy of this turn card. We could not kill each other's Lighthouse Chronologist, so we went into infinite extra turns without going into another turn. I don't even want to go into how crazy this card is, but I love it. Same reason that I run it in the Towerman deck. It's a crazy, crazy card. Okay, Nikana Revenant. For 6 mana. So for 4, 2 black. Whenever you tap a swamp, you may add an additional 1 black. Okay, so this is the exact same in Crypt Gas. What makes it too much better? Oh wait, it's fire breathing for 1 black. Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy. This is a win condition. It is an expensive card, unfortunately, but it is an expensive card, and it is a good card in the same right as well. Notion Thief. It is a 4 mana Dimir 2. Human Rogue 3/1 Flash. If an opponent would draw a card except for the first one he or she draws in the beginning of his turn, you may draw that many cards instead. Taking control of your opponent's draw, I don't see any reason not to run this card. Shieldred, the Black Praetor. It has Swamp Walk. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. At the beginning of your opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. This card does nothing but help you and screw over your opponent. Snapcaster Mage, the unfortunately expensive guy that everyone runs from all the way back to Vintage to all the way back to Modern. Okay. Snapcaster Mage enters the battlefield. Target instant or sorcery you control in your graveyard gains flashback. So it is basically our commander without the tap effect with flash, but you can also cast the card that is in your graveyard as well. Take an extra turn, but in a creature casting card, ETB. Liliana of the Vest, 5 mana. Tap, target player discards a card. -2, search a library for a card, then put that card into your hand. Guess what kind of cards we go for? That's right, we go looking for the extra turn cards. Oh, and also with the ultimate of, put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. It's a crazy planeswalker, we run it, we love it, yeah. Tamio, the Moon Sage, 5 mana, 2 blue, 3 colorless. Tamio Planeswalker. Tap target opponent. It doesn't untap during its opponent's unstep. This is a good little control, especially if we want to get to our ultimate, which is 8, in case we have a threat that is targeting her. We can also pay -2, draw a card for each tap creature that target opponent controls. So if they have a lot of tap creatures, which we may actually have if they're trying to attack us to win, we draw a card for each card. And of course her emblem is, you have no maximum hand size. We love it. And whenever a card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you may return it to your hand. This is the ultimate card advantage card if we get the emblem off. Okay, Beacon of Tomorrows we already talked about. It goes infinite with Planar Portal. Demonic Tutor. We just don't not run this card. It is Tutor for 2, sorcery. Yeah, we just don't run. We just do not run this card. And plus, with Drowning, we get double Tutor. Diabolic Tutor, the exact same as Demonic Tutor, but just for 2 more. Plead for Power. Okay, this is one of my favorite take an extra turn spells. We either, if we lose the vote, we draw 3 cards. If we don't lose the vote, or if we win the vote, we take an extra turn for 4. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to run this card. It's a good card no matter how you play it. Ponder, just to give us that extra card advantage, and Drowning just in case we desperately need that card advantage as well, don't forget. Temporal Extortion. Okay, this is a dirty card because it is 4 black sorcery. Whenever you play Temporal Extortion, any player may pay half of his or her life rounded up. If that player does, counter Temporal Extortion. Okay, I mean, for 4 black, we just made someone lose half their life. If they don't choose to do that, we take an extra turn. Yeah, that's right. We take an extra turn. This is Dimir at its grossest. This is Dralnu at its grossest. We love this card because even if it gets countered, we're going to put it in our graveyard. And with Dralnu in play, we will get this card back into play. Temporal Mastery, because with all the cards that we will be putting on top of our library, not only with Vampiric Tutor or Mystical Tutor or any of the other cards that we have, we can miracle take an extra turn for 2 blue. For 1 blue, 1 colorless. There we go. Temporal Trespass. Okay, it is not the best card in the deck, not gonna lie, but for the card that it does, it gives us an extra turn and delve. We put a lot of cards in our graveyard. Temporal Trespass is just the only one with Delve. If at best, it's to take an extra turn card for 3. Time Stretch. Hello, buddy. So for 10 mana, sorcery, target player takes 2 extra turns after this one. That's right, it's double Time Warp for double the mana. Or with Dralnu, tap on your extra turn, recast it. That means we have 3 extra turns on the stack waiting for us. And if we don't win, well, yeah, we're gonna win that game. Time Warp. Okay, so the original take an extra turn card for 5. 2 blue, 3 colors. Target player takes an extra turn after this run sorcery. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy Drowny, take an extra turn. Times 2. Okay, going into land, we are rounding out this deck. We have Bajuka Bog, enters the battlefield tab. The target player exiles his or her graveyard. Of course, we never want to do this to ourselves, but it is good a card to hit our opponent anyway, so they get that card advantage that they don't want. Cabal Coffers, 2 colorless, tap. Add 1 black to a mana for each swamp you control. This card with Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, means that we have all the cards. This is a combo with Urborg and Cabal Coffers that I refer to as the LeBron-tron. It is Tron, but in black. It's LeBron-tron. Cavern of Souls, because we do not want our commander countered. This is an optional card. I choose to run this card because the amount of times people will counter our stuff or counter our commander is crazy. Island, we run 21. We won 1 Polluted Delta just in case. We won 10 Swamps. We won 1 Temple of Deceit. Urborg, of course, as I just mentioned. And finally, 1 Watery Grave. Island Swamp, we go find it with Polluted Delta. If you want this card to be Underground Sea, you go right ahead, or just run both. I don't know if you want to be that crazy. Alright guys, that has been Zodiac Games here with Commander Dralnu Lich Lord. Have a great day, and don't forget to take an extra turn. Bye.